Hi, this is Sudhir. This is C#.NET multi-dimensional array tutorial. Multi-dimensional array is used to store elements in the form of a table. Here in the example you can see I want to store values of 5, 6, 3, 3, 4, 5 in 2 rows and 3 columns. That's a tabular format. So in this type of scenarios you have to use multi-dimensional array where I need 2 rows and 3 columns. As you know, arrays are zero index, so the columns and rows value starts with 0. The first row is going to be 0th row and the second row is a of 1. Same with columns 0, 1, 2 columns we have. And if you are storing values, each item is going to have the indexes. The first 5 value is stored in a of 0 of 0, 0 row and 0 column. Whereas 6 is 0 row, 1 column. 3 is 0 row, 2 column. Like that, the rest all values you can see, that are the indexes of each value stored in an array. If you want to create a multidimensional array, syntax is going to be like this. Data type, in the square braces, inside the square braces, you have to have a comma, which says that it's a multidimensional array, followed by array name, space new, space data type, and you have to mention the number of rows and columns. In this example, we are going to mention 2 as rows and 3 as columns. The example code is here. Int square brace open, space comma space. That means this comma inside an square braces says that it's a multidimensional array. It's going to have rows and columns. Space a equal to new int of 2 comma 3. 2 is the number of rows, 3 is the number of columns. That means you can store 2 into 3, 6 values inside this array in a tabular format. So we can store 5, 6, 3 in the first row, 3, 4, 5 in the second row. This is a program for the same example. So int square brace comma close the square brace space a equal new int of 2 comma 3, 2 rows 3 columns. If you want to assign the values directly, you can mention it like this. The outline square brace is for an array. Inside that, for each row you have to enclose the values inside a flower brace. For example, open flower brace is for opening for an array. Inside that, for the first row you have to mention inside a flower brace like 5, 6, 3 inside a flower brace, the first row values, comma second row values 3, 4, 5. In the second row also we have 3 values, and close the rows and close the array, semicolon. If you want to print these values, you have to use 2 for loops. First for loop, outer one is used for number of rows, inside one is used for number of columns. So I've written for int I equal to 0, I less than 2 because I need 2 rows, I plus plus. Inside one is going to be j equal to 0, j less than 3, 3 columns for the columns. So and I want to print the values, console.write of a of I comma j. I is the row number, j is the column number. Using this indexes values, you can print the values by retrieving them from an array. A of I comma j, 0, 0 is 5, 0, 1 is 6, 0, 2 is 3. After that, the loop will comes out, again it will be incremented. And you can see after completing the inside for loop, I have written console.write line because I want to move to the new line if once a row is printed. So I'm going to show the same in my Visual Studio. So to create multi-dimensional array of 2 by 3 format, 2 rows and 3 columns. So int, I have to mention square brace. This is a single dimensional array. If you keep added a comma inside it, it's a multi-dimensional array. A equal to new int of, you have to mention number of rows and columns for a multi-dimensional array. I want to give some values for this. As per our example, the values are 5, 6, 3, 3, 4, 5. 5, 6, 3, 3, 4, 5. This is the table we have to create. So I can assign individual values as well. A of 0, comma 0 is 5. A of 0, comma 1, 0 row, first column equal to 6. A of 0, comma 2 equal to 3. This is for first row. Same I can do for the second row. 1, 0 equal to 3. A of 1 comma 1 equal to 4, a of 1 comma 2 equal to 5. This is how we can assign individual values 0 0 0 1 0 2 1 0 1 1 1 2, and I have to use two for loops. Int I equal to 0 is the outer loop, I less than 2 times it has to repeat because it's the row number based on the rows. Inside for loop is for columns. Int j equal to 0, j less than, it has to rotate 3 times because 3 columns we have. So if I want to print some values, you can see the looping. The first loop will be rotated. Inside that it is going to rotate 3 times. Means first time it's going to be 0. Inside that 0 1 0 2 0 3 0 1 0 0 0 1 0 2. So every time when I want to print, I want to use control dot right here because all the values side by side. Array name followed by I comma j, row number and a column number. After every time when the loop is repeated, that means 3 items are printed, I want to have a new line. For that I can give console.writeLine of empty braces so that it will move to the next line. And finally console.read key at the end of the program so that I can see the output. So this is for creation of an array, this is for inserting values in the first row, second row, and 2 for loops. One is outer one is for rows. Inside every row it has to rotate again 3 times because I of I, j, it has to be implemented 0 0 0 1 0 2 1 0 1 1 1 2. I want to see the output now. You can see 5 6 3 3 4 5 values are printed, and after every row is printed it is moving for the next line because we have written console.writeLine after the inside for loop. This is one type of inserting values. We can also insert in the second way which we have shown in my slides, that is, this is for array, the external one. Inside that you can add flower braces like this. This is for first row and this is for second row. Inside the first row I can add values like 5 6 3, and for the second row I can add for 3 4 5. So this is how we can add directly values and they will be automatically assigned to an array. The same output 5 6 3 3 4 5. You can see the values are like this. If you want, you can change the values 3 2 1 4 2 9. You can execute it again. The new array is created with the new values and the output is 2 3 1 4 2 9 in the new line. This is how multi-dimensional array works. Thank you.